Hey guys, it's me, Eric, here at Mountaintop 9. It is Thursday, April 9th. It is me, no one else. It's me, Eric. And the reason I'm saying that is because I had a comment on a video earlier today on my Warlock Moon video that I uploaded. And the person said, I just don't believe that this is Eric Anderson. I just don't believe it. You're going to have to prove it to me. Well, this is me here in the flesh. And yeah, so figured I'd talk to you guys here for a minute. Now, by the way, I've got a good camera on the way. The camera I used to use before, really good quality camera. Well, anyway, I had to replace the one that I had. So I just bought one and it is on the way, as well as a really good microphone that gives me real good sound quality as well. I'm just shooting this right now on my cell phone, and I have to use reverse image. What's real cool about the camera I use when I get it in the mail and I can start filming new things is with that camera, I don't have to do a mirror image. I literally can flip. It has a thing that pulls out, you flip it around, and you can see right where you're standing. You can see if you're in the center of the frame, all of that stuff. So that'll be really good when I get that. I'm excited about that. But anyway, guys, yeah, so today, so far, I've uploaded some of those old horror movie douchebag reviews. Anytime you guys see a review that says horror movie douchebag presents or whatever the hell it says at the beginning of it, those are old. I mean, that's old material right there. I didn't start showing myself on camera until after those horror movie douchebag reviews. Well, I did a few of them still after I started showing myself on camera. But most of the time, those horror movie douchebag reviews, those were from the very inception of the channel when I first started reviewing and stuff. And, looking back on those horror movie douchebag reviews, they're funny as hell. I mean, I think they're funny. Those things were I took the time writing those reviews out. They weren't as much off the cuff. Once I started doing stuff on screen, okay, where I'm talking on the camera, there was a lot more off the cuff riffing and stuff like that. But the horror movie douchebag reviews, those were very tightly scripted. The only difference with the horror movie douchebag uploads now that are getting uploaded is I've went through and I've had to chop out like scenes where I had put scenes from the movies, because in those horror movie douchebag reviews, I used to play too many scenes from the movies, and with you don't want to have copyright issues and stuff like that. It's one thing if you're talking over a scene and you have the volume turned down. I mean, that's not as much a big a deal, but when you're just showing scenes with the sound by themselves, isolated, no narration going on over it, that's where you get into more of a problem. So I've went through those horror movie douchebag reviews and chopped out, where I had too many scenes from a movie, because really the most important thing is the review itself. I mean, I find that those reviews are really funny and fast paced. And so anyway, yeah, guys, I'm just trying to get up a lot of the stuff. I'm trying to get a lot of the stuff uploaded that was taken down. I'm not really putting any real restrictions on myself as far as what I upload to the channel. Just not doing that. Just not doing that kind of stuff. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, I got a couple things real quick. A lot of people have been asking me about the Tony Iommi remix of Forbidden. I'm going to go on camera saying I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like what it does to songs like Kiss of Death and I Won't Cry for You, because they've tampered with the vocals so that the vocals, like, they have like less reverb on them, so that they're less emotionally involving and haunting, and have that impact. When I listen to the original versions of those songs on Forbidden, which is what I'm used to, they have an atmosphere to them. And when you tamper with the effects on the vocals, and when you turn keyboards down and shit like that, it really messes with the atmosphere. So I do not like that. I stick to the original right here. Forbidden. Black Sabbath, Forbidden, the original. I've never had a problem with this mix. I never have. It is what it is. People like to, I don't know what it is. I think a lot of people who say things like, I want a remix of something, a lot of times, this is my opinion, you can take it or leave it. My opinion is they're just not a big fan of the album to begin with. So they start saying a mantra, it needs remix, and then that catches on. It's just like people that have a problem with the sound of Born Again. Born Again rules the way it is. They're going to go in, they're going to make this awful remix of it. The remix is going to suck because it's going to destroy the claustrophobic, hellish atmosphere that album has, and that's going to suck. So you mark my words, when they come out with a remix of Born Again, I'm going to hate it. And you know what bothers me? Now you see here, I've got a physical copy, of course. That's why it's important to keep physical copies of things, all right? Because when they go, here's the unfortunate thing. What did they do on Spotify? As soon as that remix came out, okay, all that they upload then onto Spotify for people to listen to is the godforsaken remix, all right? That's all they upload. So that's the only option when you're streaming music in your car or in your house, you know, and that really annoys me because I like to be able to stream music from Spotify. I don't always feel like putting physical copies of things on the place. I stream everything, you know, but this is why you got to keep your backups. This is why you got to keep your original copies of things, because of travesties like that when they go in and they butcher things and mess things up that you've grown accustomed to. And so, yeah, guys, they're going to do the same thing to Born Again, and it's all because too many people are going, I want to hear a remix of Born Again. I want to hear a remix of it. Well, you're going to get your wish. They're going to go in. They're going to gut the atmosphere. It's going to be garbage. So congrats. What'll suck then is they'll probably take down the original mix off of Spotify, and then it'll make people like me have a harder time streaming it in the car and stuff like that. So that's what's really annoying about remixes. I'm not a fan of remixes. So no, I can go ahead and answer your question for any remix that ever comes out for anything on planet Earth. If a remix comes out for any album that I love, guess what? I hate the remix, because a remix is changing what I have grown accustomed to. Our ears grow very accustomed to every nuance of a piece of music that we love. And when you go in, when you mess with it, something just doesn't sit right. Okay? So another thing I want to talk about. See this Creepshow Steelbook release from Shout Factory? Now, this has probably been out for a while. This isn't anything new, but I just want to say, I was watching not very long ago, I was watching the transfer that Shout Factory has for Creepshow. And man, it makes this movie look like it was shot yesterday, but in a good way. I felt like I could just step right through the television into this movie. And I love that, because the original Creepshow is one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's just amazing when this is a case where you can watch a horror film that's been remastered and cleaned up, and it's like it's so mesmerizing. It's even better. Some horror movies, when they clean them up too much, it's a bummer, you know, and it takes you out of the atmosphere. But certain ones, like Creepshow right here, it's amazing. It's almost like I can step into the world of this film. So I don't know why. I just felt like grabbing something else physical. Since I had to prove it's the real me, okay, here on Thursday, April 9th, this should leave no more question, guys. The only reason I haven't been shooting things on camera is because, right now, I'm getting all the old reviews uploaded, all right? And that takes time. There's hundreds of videos spread across 2 hard drives. Now, the sad thing is I've got a lot of stuff, I wouldn't say a lot, but I've got some stuff that never even got released. But on the other hand, I do have a couple, even though I have 2 hard drives filled with almost my entire backlog, there are sadly a couple things that are now officially lost media, which did not get saved to hard drive. Like I did a review for Hellraiser. I shot a review for Deranged, Campfire Tales from the early 90s. Those are 3 of the very, very last videos I ever uploaded. And unfortunately, I did not save those to a hard drive, so I'll have to remake those. I had also filmed scenes for a Shining review. But the cool thing with that is even though those are lost, that footage, I can reshoot that footage. You know what I mean? I just film it again. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's going to be a lot of fun picking up where I left off. And I'm just glad you guys are along for the ride. So, yeah, guys. So, yeah, I'm just busy uploading stuff. And then, like I said, I got a new camera on the way. New camera and a new microphone that goes with the camera to give real good, resonant, good, deep sound. So yeah. So that's about all. That's my update for today. I'm going to keep uploading the old stuff for now. And yeah, just expect to see some new stuff coming up in the future. And maybe I should do some live streaming sometimes. You let me know in the comment section if you think I should do that sometime. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.